We'll get into the business side of it.
Okay.
Like I had figuring out back end of just like, well, you only have one assistant, which shout out to Nikki. But like
My
HR,
girl.
taxes, sales tax, because I had to learn that too. Because I actually, short story, I won't go too far. During COVID, I was a drop shipper of bikinis. So I had a bikini company.
You did?
Yeah, called Anna Banana Bikini. And
Anna Banana Bikini?
yeah, Anna Banana Bikini. And it did well, I won't lie. I had some of the
Did you model them?
Huh?
Did you model them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thought about it, but none of them really fit the way I wanted them to fit. So
oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So I did that, and like it was just like learning about the sales tax, and also just like learning about the fits of. I'm obviously not a woman, so
Yeah,
I don't identify as one yet either.
Okay, good.
So
Okay.
like figuring out the fits of the clothing and stuff like that was obviously different, but learning that business side, did you get prepared from, like you said, the clothing store you worked at? Did they help you at all? Or did you have like a mentor go through the business side of things, or just learned it all from doing it?
It was all of that stuff, like the business side, like the boring.
'Cause that can suck.
Oh my gosh, I still don't even. When I go and meet with my CPA, it stinks because she's still in North Carolina, so it's not even like I could sit with her face to face. When walking through these things, I just look through her. I'm like, a Schedule H? I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, it just everything flies over my head. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So I have a really great CPA who has obviously helped me with those things. And then obviously like Shopify. The Shopify. No.
Surprised it's not now called Shopify either.
No. Yeah. So Shopify is actually really, they're great with helping with, and I've been on that for I think a year and a half now. And then before I was with Etsy, and my sales were lower, so like they would do all the taxes and everything for me, and that's the only place that I sold on.
Okay.
So now on Shopify, they do make it very easy for you. But other than that, like I don't get it. I'm a creative person.
Yeah.
This is making the clothes
It's the fun part, what we want to do.
Yes, and the social media and being able to sell all day, every day. The other stuff,
just leave it to people who are good at it.
Yeah, because I can't do it.
Yeah. No, I had the hardest time, for me personally, learning that, to let it go. Because it was like we wanted to wear every single hat, and like we didn't have really the money to pay people to do it either. Because we weren't doing as much. And marketing's always tough because like you don't have people under contract for like guaranteed money, they can quit at any time, then it makes it tougher.
Yep.
But learning that whole business is a hard part.
Yeah.
And what made you, so you like actually physically making the pieces. Do you think you'll ever get to a point in which you're having someone produce your pieces so you don't have to physically do it anymore?
So I think that why my business has grown and is what it is now is because
you make them.
I make them. And I'm people see every day on social media, it's me. I'm telling them about these things that like I make these pieces, I create these pieces, I order them in wholesale, I create the designs by myself, I order those printed, and I'm sitting here every single day. Well, I have Nicole now, which thank God, because she's helping me and she's learning how to like press the pieces. I do every single piece. So that's where I think that people have this draw to it because they know me as a person and they've seen what I've done. They see this business that I've grown. And I think that that's, it's a drawing factor into the business.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know.
Because I was going to ask,
I don't know.
As a business broker and consultant of people who are in it, how far do you want to scale it, and how far can it go with just you doing it, like still doing that model?
Yeah,
because that's a tough thing. Because the one thing about business is you can't sell. Well, I think about selling them because that's what people eventually build them to sell it. But like you can't sell a one-person business. So like have you thought about that, or is it just like right now? Because I get the whole draw of like you're making them, so people want it because Abigail made it.
Yeah,
that's a huge thing.
Yeah,
but how big do you want to take it? Is it going to be like a national fashion brand, or how do you want to?
I mean, I don't know. In the last few months, I've really tried to take a breather from everything just because I've had so much happen in my life in the last year. I mean, I left a whole life I created in North Carolina, and I moved back up here, and then I moved up here right in the midst of this, like the season starting. So I was just like, I don't care about anything else. I worked I worked more than I ever believed that I could physically do. And like I would make like 600 sweatshirts in a day and make them and then list them at night, and they'd all be gone in 2 minutes. Like, which is wonderful, but I worked myself to the bone. Mm-hmm. So right now, and I'm just so OCD with how I conduct my business. I don't know. I feel like if God has a plan for me, mm-hmm. and I don't know I think he has me in a weird time right now. If I get to the point where he puts an opportunity in front of me, I'll know that he's telling me that I can do it. But if he doesn't put that opportunity in front of me, he knows that what I'm doing now is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So I'm just going to do what I'm doing right now. I'm going to work as hard as I can. Having Nicole, I think, is going to be a game changer because I've never had anybody with me for a full season. She helped me in November and December and January, but she could do everything I can do now. I've taught her everything, and she's great at it. So now having two of us, I know that this year we could at least double what I did last year. And if I can do that, like, I'll be impressed with myself, and I'll be really happy with how things are going. But it's hard because this business is so, if I don't have a trademark, like if I had a trademark, and because I don't know, you have to have like $5 million in sales a year. And like, I'm nowhere close to that yet. And then like to actually buy the trademark is like, to use it is, you can only buy it for a certain amount of clothing. The Buffalo Bills, like the actual the trademark. It's like $100
million in sales.
I remember talking to the head of trademark, and he was like, you have to be really selling. And then just to buy the trademark, so they'll get like a percentage of sales on everything. Plus you have to buy the actual trademark for like $175,000 a year, which I would buy the trademark. I would buy the trademark literally just for a calendar year if I could, and just go bananas on everything. But yeah, like I don't have that opportunity yet, and I'm not making that type of money yet. So we're just going to kind of roll with it because I like being a small business. I really do. And I think that's what the draw is, because it's me and it's my little small business. It's my little Buffalo business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffalo business.